Okay, so when I was browsing Twitter for art one day, I came across a tweet from PopGo's developer Kane Carter.
If there was a hell, Kane Carter will burn for eternity.
I love you. Now you set my soul on fire. It is not just a little spark, it is a flame.
Yes, that Kane Carter. See, the subject of the tweet was a FNAF fan project that I forgot even existed for quite a while, and I think the majority of the fandom acknowledged it, it had its controversy, and then it just faded into obscurity, never to be seen again. At least until I stumbled across that tweet, and suddenly it all just came coming back to me. You know, at least the portions that I have paid attention to a couple years ago when I was listening to YouTube while eating. What I'm talking about is Golden Lane Studios' very own
Or read or count to have loads of fun in Kandyland. Kandyland, a game for people 4 to 8 from Milton Bradley.
Kandyland. Definitely one of the games, show, things of all time. For those of you unfamiliar with Kandyland, let me get you the SparkNote speedrun version. You see, back in 2022, the channel Golden Lane Studio, formerly known as GS Machinima, created the Kandyland Twitter account, starring a teaser showing off a well-animated, unfinished animatronic character. You see, the thing about Golden Lane was that it wasn't something that just popped out of nowhere. It was one of the earliest and most high-quality channels when it came to animated FNAF content, coming up with nostalgia flashbangs like the fake FNAF 3 trailer, the original Drawkill animatronics animation, and the 2 Evil Eyes animation. These people were pretty much rocks in the fandom. They were not nobodies. So, the FNAF fandom being what it was and how common these fan games were, most people were expecting this to be an amazing new game project coming from one of the most admired animators in the space. Instead, meet Candy Kangaroo, the proud face of Kandyland, where nothing can go wrong. He's programmed to entertain and keep all guests safe. So please, no sudden movements. Follow and interact with the tweet to be considered for KL. Hashtag NFT. Now, if you don't know what an NFT is, I'm not going to explain it in depth for the sake of time, but just know that it's associated with cryptocurrency, and they're supposed to be like unique collector's items, but the market for these things crashed like 95% since 2022, so they're typically regarded as bad investments and associated with things like rug pulls and scams like Logan Paul's Crypto Zoo. Now, this reveal was right after or around the time of the Poppy Playtime NFT debacle, where Poppy Playtime creator Mob Games tried to sell NFTs that held lore information, which basically just teased the upcoming Chapter 2. Which also coincided with when people got on Scott's case for greenlighting a FNAF NFT project, an official one, when he had no idea what NFTs even were. So to put it bluntly, the mascot horror community despised NFTs and Web3 projects for being fucking stupid. But credit where credit's due, at least they look better than CryptoPunks or those ugly homunculus creatures they keep insisting are apes. I mean, can you believe those blasted things tried to launch a show? I mean, it died almost immediately, but still... Oh, sorry, got off topic. It was all very unfortunate timing on the part of Kandyland/Golden Lane, because in addition to all that, their project was placed right in the crosshairs of some of the most potent FNAF creators at the time, like Theft King. This would lead to the project's reputation immediately going to shit, with people labeling it as a scam, rug pull, whatever, right? And I think a lot of the animosity from the anti-Mob Games NFT crowd translated over to Kandyland, but I also speculated that the anger also came from the idea that fans were essentially bait and switched, expecting a high-quality fan game on the same level of The Joy of Creation or something like that, only to get something that's just closely associated with scams and bad investment decisions. And this scrutiny would only grow because of how child-friendly their characters are being presented as, being super colorful with high-quality animations, bright colors. Who's to say that little Timmy wouldn't just swipe mom's credit card for a Kandyland NFT? Well, you know, I mean in reality, little Timmy would just call it cringe and move on to play like Pressure or something on Roblox, but you know what I mean.
Person's life.
Now, Kandyland itself, from what I can tell from the promotional material, would take place in some sort of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory type factory, crossed over with the Pizzaplex from Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, with the Kandyland mascots being the main attractions. There's Candy Kangaroo, Coomer Bait, the Bird One, and Not Ennard. Now, releasing after the NFT announcement was the first animation, First Corruption, which basically set down the premise of the quote-unquote story that this project would follow, or at the very least reference every now and then. In the Kandyland candy factory / tourist trap, one night some guy in a clown mask sneaks into the Pizzaplex style control room right next to the kangaroo and uploads a virus, and it turns the robots evil, I think. Also, this place apparently uses ancient VCR monitors, but also has more modern servers and clearly advanced enough technology to create robots with impressive locomotions and apparently fully sentient AI. No, I mean the guy uploading this virus is using a modern laptop to do it, so, whatever. I'm trying to give narrative cohesion to an NFT project. Hey, wait. Editing blanket here. I just suddenly, I zoomed into this, like, mouse man guy. And, look, I zoomed into his face from, like, the side profile. And, like, is that fucking Alex Y2K? Oh my god. It is. I'm yiking out right now. Oh, fuck. Whatever, man. Whatever. Oh, God. The point is that this would turn the robots evil, and then something vaguely bad happens, and that would be the plot of Kandyland. Also, the thirst trap animatronic one-taps a toddler. But that isn't the fascinating part. See, the plot's pretty bare bones. Basic bitch stuff. Nothing you've never seen before. Evil guy causes bad stuff happens, but what surrounds it on a more meta standpoint is much more interesting. You see, Kandyland's first round of promo material was posted on their Twitter, when it wasn't shilling their NFTs, hinting at something big that would be announced, and that big something would be this trailer right here. Posted in August of 2023, the Kandyland trailer would promote the game based on the NFT project. However, as many people who have been watching game trailers would know, you should never trust trailers for games that never actually show any in-engine gameplay. Now, for most reveal trailers like that, the reason that you don't trust those is because the developers aren't showing you the actual end product and are just building on in-universe lore or just trying to get you to gawk at the pretty animation. And that's all well and good, but none of that is gameplay. See, what separates this trailer from other animation trailers like it is that there are oftentimes a gameplay reveal trailer that's released soon after to show off the actual gameplay. However, within this animation, there are shots that are trying to emulate the behavior of a gameplay camera, such as this section of head bombing, or this scene of being grabbed in the first person like Chris Walker did in Outlast. Now, this brings me back to the tweet that actually prompted this video's creation. I'm completely convinced that this game never existed. It's purely an animation made to somewhat resemble a game, probably to help recover some of Golden Lane's reputation after committing to selling NFTs. No gameplay, not a single update since this trailer. SteamDB shows 0 changes to the game behind the scenes. I would love to be proven wrong, but as for what is public, you can check for yourself. Absolutely nothing has changed. They've just made more animations with the same characters. To everyone who wishlisted this game, I seriously don't think you'll ever see anything playable from these people. They are modelers, animators, and hustlers, but not developers. Embarrassing. So the story goes that after being dragged through the mud after the NFT bait and switch, the people at Golden Lane decided to create this animation to try to return to the good graces of the FNAF community by pretending that they were working on an actual video game. Like Kane says, there's no actual video game mechanics shown off in the trailer. There are no button prompts, no hiding mechanics, no cameras, none at all. Just showing off modeled set pieces and character animations. And let's be charitable, and let's just say that this is just a more cinematic trailer that'll just show off the environment. Well, like I said before, whenever the developers show off a trailer, it's usually followed by a gameplay trailer, or at the very least updates on the actual game come out on the developer's social media. But the thing about this is that it's been more than a full calendar year, and yet Kandyland has yet to see a single game update. The only actual interaction that the game's Steam page has had since its posting, according to SteamDB, has been the user-generated tags on the games changing every few months. This means that the people who want to see this game have been contributing more to this game's Steam page than the supposed developers of said game. The thing about Kandyland is that it really wants to come off as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Five Nights at Freddy's flavoring, when it's less that, and more like the Glasgow Willy Wonka chocolate experience. And like the Glasgow chocolate disaster, I agree that the game that Golden Lane promoted isn't something that actually exists. It never existed, and it likely never will. Why do I say this? Well, let's take a look at the actual Kandyland team that's been posting to their socials for all this time and what they've been posting instead of actual gameplay updates. Now, when you get to the Kandyland official YouTube channel, their video section hasn't seen an upload since the early development trailer, but where you start to see activity is when you check on their shorts section. The same can be said about their Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, etc. All of it is short form content. You may be saying to yourself, oh, well, maybe that's where all the gameplay updates went. No, it's not. None of these are actual gameplay. Every single one of these are trendy, brain-rotty, YouTube Kids content slop. Okay, well, it's very well animated slop, but it's beautiful, and it's high quality, but it's still slop. There's this series of parts and service that follows the same general formula of the POV character touches the robot, fiddles with it a bit, the robot gets big mad and does something spooky, the POV character plays a Knuckles "oh no" sound effect, the robot stops being freaky, and then the short loops. Sometimes there's spooky static that's inside of the character's chest with some hidden messages inside of them. And then there's also some weird aspects of these parts and service shorts. For example, there's this trend of sometimes the robots are gunked up with cotton candy and it just floods their innards. And then there's just this one short where the Simp Magnet character, Susie Snacktime, has this weird little green slime creature in her chest, and that's just never in any of the other shorts. And then there are all these blasted Susie Snacktime thirst traps, man. Almost every single short heavily features Susie. And these titles, dude. Can you make it to the end? No, I can't.
I'm about to blow.
Oh, fuck, ow. Yeah, bud. Okay, so how that game coming along? And then there's all these shorts. The entire channel, before all those shorts, was just advertising NFT drops. Shout out to Skibbity Susie, by the way. There was even a whole ass YouTube channel dedicated solely to Susie Snacktime, but at the time of recording, they've completely wiped the channel, which is weird to me because the pre-wipe images show that it had hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and yet the official Linktree link links to a channel with only 35 subs and a default YouTube channel profile picture and no channel banner. How do you go from hundreds of thousands of subs to only 35? It's so bizarre. Okay, I mean, I'm being mean. And to be fair, there's a single actual short that is related to horror. After Hours, Episode 1. Wait, Episode 1? Alright, so Golden Lane, in their infinite wisdom, decided that they would be making a show. And you may be thinking to yourself, Blanky, didn't you just say that they were making a game? And to that I say, dude, we just had like an entire video section just talking about how there is no game. Come on, keep up. PS5 moment. On January 4th of 2024, the official Kandyland Twitter account announced that there would be an official Kandyland series or show that would be premiering in Q1 of 2024. Yeah. And this one is about as real as the rest of the project, really. I couldn't even really find a piece where they said that they delayed their show. Maybe they were referring to the vaguely story-driven shorts, but I really think that it wouldn't really be worth the effort to make a trailer longer than the actual content itself. So I can only assume that either A, they delayed the product without notifying their audience, or B, they just announced it for clout to draw more eyes to their project again. Honestly, I'm more leaning towards option B, but unlike the game, which I'm convinced is never going to be made, I find it more credible that this series might see the light of day, simply because this studio actually has experience in making animated story content. Granted, the stories aren't exactly cinema. But at the very least, there is precedent of them at the very least being able to do this. Although, it's still very much a possibility that they just decided to promote this to bring their NFT project back into the spotlight, at least a little bit. You know, projects like this always just kind of make me upset because I genuinely don't get why they would choose to go with NFTs of all things as their big selling point, or as their main product. I can understand it was 2022 and it was the big NFT market boom, but there were already lots of criticism pointed at the crypto or NFT market by that time too, with Kandyland essentially just being drawn and quartered in the public square for its NFTs, at least for a while, until people got bored and started looking for the next big thing to get mad at. I honestly think that it would have been more profitable to just make the actual game. It didn't need to be revolutionary, but the high quality bar set definitely would have allowed for enormous growth potential with a positive public image. I mean, we're talking about mascot horror people here. Do you have any idea how many candy kangaroo plushies would have flown off the shelves? How much outspoken goodwill you could have cultivated from the mascot horror discourse space? I mean, dog shit like Hello Neighbor coasted off that stuff for the better part of a decade. You know, actually making the game that was promised with its very own Steam page, it wouldn't have even had to be the full thing, maybe a chapter-based thing where you can explore the long ruined facilities of Okay, I couldn't resist. After all, I adore Unique Geese and his team, and what they've done as indie developers just starting out, managing to accrue a shit ton of success with just good vibes and a silly little raccoon. But I just can't help but see the resemblance, or at least the parallels between these two properties. Indigo and Kandyland both started off as offshoots of the FNAF fandom, because both take cues from Poppy Playtime and are inspired by classic corporate wondertainment like Disney and Willy Wonka. It's just that one of them managed to become wildly successful with an extremely dedicated fandom, complete with merch deals, a successful Kickstarter, hundreds and hundreds of fan videos consisting of theories, animations, comics, unmentionables, each with hundreds of thousands of views. And the other one is so starved for fandom content that the Kandyland official account tried making epic anime edits of their own character to try to promote some fan activity, or at the very least try to connect the epic editing crowd, at least to try at some free publicity. You know, I'm just getting the same vibes as...
It's all want to see some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement.
You know, I'm not crazy. You see what I'm getting at. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. This whole shit show's sort of been this cautionary tale of squandering community goodwill early on in your project's life. And I hope that new creatives look at this example as a sort of what not to do when launching a project, or at least as a case study in how to misread your audience. I swear, trying to peddle NFTs to mascot horror kids is like trying to sell spam to a vegetarian. It's not gonna work. But either way, thank you again for joining me this evening. Feel free to tip your waiter with a like or a comment if you're generous, dislike if you're not, subscribe to book another reservation if you'd like to visit me another time, stay safe, and good night.
Lloyd. Put your dick away, Lloyd. I'm not having sex with you right now, Lloyd.